Let's go.
A whole load of people have asked, what is your intro music called? Okay, I just want to get this one out of the way right now. Like, really, I'm putting my foot down. Right now, it's happening right now. People everywhere, on almost every video I've put out, want to know what my intro song is for my countdowns. And yeah, fair enough. It's a damn good song. That's kind of why I chose it for my countdown, so yeah, it makes sense. People who do know will be able to tell you that it's the Solaris Phase 2 battle theme from the incredibly amazing Sonic 2006. But more importantly, in virtually every single video where I've used it after probably last May, I guess, there's been credits at the end of the video that's listed every single piece of music used in the video, including the intro song. You've just got to look, guys, it's listed somewhere, come on. Funny Bowser 26 asks, what do you think of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? A lot of people have said it's a shameful rip-off of Super Smash Bros, and I completely agree with them. Sony have done this in the past, and you know, if you look at the popularity of the Smash Bros series, and more specifically Brawl, you can see why. You can't really blame them. I just think that it doesn't really work. Like they were sort of fishing for ideas and thought, yeah, let's just make a fighting game. Nintendo got so much money for it. Let's see what we can get. I mean, just look at the character roster. Smash Bros has Mario. All Stars has Sackboy. Smash Bros has Link. All Stars has Kratos. Smash Bros has Snake. All Stars has Raiden. Can you kind of see where I'm going with this? It's just Nintendo has massive character. Sony has a character they had to kind of look for to find. It's just there's no comparison. It's not even in the same league as Smash Bros. It's kind of like a botched cash-in on the success of Brawl. Having said that, looking at the game, it doesn't look so bad from a technical standpoint. I just don't think I really want to buy it. Kind of seems a little bit pointless, but it seems decent. Dr. Sonic Fan asks, who would you rather be for a day? Master Chief, Shadow the Hedgehog, Jack Cayman, Mario, Captain MacTavish, Kefka, or the TF2 Sniper? With the exception of probably Mario and Shadow the Hedgehog, who lead relatively simple lives, kinda, I think it more comes down to the fact that I don't want to die in my day as this character, so that kind of rules out the TF2 Sniper and Captain MacTavish, who kind of like dance with death and danger all the time. If you play Sniper, you die quite often. I die quite often. I'm not a very good sniper. In terms of pure fun, it'd either be Jack Cayman or Kefka, probably slightly leaning towards Jack Cayman. It just seems a lot more fun putting your arm-mounted chainsaw thing through some faces. That's a good day, I'll be honest, that's quite a good way to spend a day. Death EX720 asks, wait, how do you ask a question for these Q&A videos? I can't even begin to imagine. In all seriousness though, you can ask a question by leaving up to 5 questions in the comments section of any video associated with this whole Q&A series. That's for any episodes and the announcement video back in whenever I posted it. I'll try and answer as many as possible, no guarantees, and hopefully I can do more of these. There's been quite a big gap between the episodes, between episode 3 and this one. I hope to do more. I've got different ways of doing it, but I will do more, damn it. Spinnacus asks, how much time do you spend making each video and where do you get all your ideas? It all depends on the video. Something like a countdown usually takes anywhere between week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months. It depends on how large the list is and whether it's a music list or a vocal countdown. These Q&A videos though take a couple of days to get together because literally what I'm doing is there's a question and here's me answering it. Very unscripted, very sort of spontaneous. Spontaneous is not a word. Spontaneous. Spontaneous is a word, look it up. Let's Plays, which is something I have brought in fairly recently, are very easy to do. All I've got to do is sit down, play the game, do a bit of editing and then upload it. It's very, very easy, which is why it has become my filler for the channel. Not so many people have been watching it, which is a little bit disappointing, but it does allow me to keep uploading videos. As for my ideas, usually what I do is when I'm on a train or a bus going to school or coming from school, I just think of ideas and I jot them down. I have a phone for that thing, so I just type it in, and occasionally if I have enough time or enough explosion of ideas, I will draft like the list of the entries. Like I've got a countdown coming up, spoilers, where I have just written it's quite a small countdown, but I've written the entries and where they should go, and I did that on the train. It's really easy. The Black Demon 1996 asks, How do you make your narrating voice sound natural and not Tommy Wiseauish? Well, for a start, I do like the spelling of Tommy Wiseauish. I guess that's how I would spell it. That's how I've written it on my computer. But yeah, what a great word. It's a good way of describing someone's voice. It's actually a hell of a lot more simple than you think. It's literally as simple as just sort of talking to yourself about something, because when I'm recording, like when I'm recording this, there's no one in the room where I'm recording this. It's just me literally talking to myself, or talking to a microphone, I guess. You can do it in like a front of a mirror to see how you react to different inflections in your voice. Unscripted is a little bit more difficult, what I'm doing right now, because you have to think ahead about what you're doing before you say it. Otherwise you just sort of fall over and stumble and and R, and it's not very good. Scripting though, if you're going to do like a countdown or something, is significantly easier, because you obviously have a script in front of you. There's a script, you know what you're going to say. It's easy. Just keep practicing. You know, it's not so hard. Just keep at it. Hydrohaxorus asks, what is your favourite Zelda item or weapon? That's a damn good question, Hydrohaxorus, and I'm glad you said it, because if I hadn't have made so many Zelda countdowns, I would already have made this into a countdown. I always liked the hookshot for a start, because I guess most of the items in the Zelda series are quite relatable. You have the bow, which has an actual real-life counterpart. Stuff like the bombs, like masks, and like magic beans, which turn into floaty leaves, which take you to heart pieces. You know, real-life examples. But the hookshot is pure fantasy. You have a R-mounted grapple hook thing, which can not automatically, but can very reliably and very successfully grapple onto certain points, and you can take yourself over there. That's so cool. Wouldn't you just love that in real life? And there's also the fact that in Twilight Princess, whatever, but Twilight Princess gives you another one, so you have double hookshot, or I think they call it a claw shot, but a double claw shot. That's amazing. I love that. You turn into like a mechanical Spider-Man person. It's so cool. Sandwich Man asks, are you subscribed to the Game Grumps? Yeah, it's kind of hard not to be, let's be honest. When you have Jontron, who's this countdown guy, like me, but really not like me, and Egoraptor, who's Sequelitis, the cartoony guy on YouTube with a really weird sense of humour, if you put them together, you just get a really weird mix that almost in every situation is going to be really, really entertaining. They keep playing weird games that I would just otherwise never really think to even look at. And when they play a game which is really bad, or just hilariously bad, then you just can't help but watching. You can spend a whole afternoon just watching their videos. Some games, Sonic 06 for example, which is like what they're doing at the moment, it's very easy to make jokes about it, but it takes good sort of entertainment values to make jokes and stay entertaining regardless of the game, and that's what they're very good at. Andrew L3779 asks, what game are you interested to get in 2013? Well, other than Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, which I can see, it's on my desk, it's looking quite sad, it's burning a hole through the desk, just begging to be played, because, I've got more important things to do, like record vocals for a Q&A session. Other than that, I've got a very sort of morbid curiosity to play DMC. I can't really believe that it's as bad as people say, because it's still sort of DMC formula, even if Dante looks a bit stupid. I know the scripting's bad, and I guess the story is going to be bad, but it can't be that bad. Come on, how bad can it be? Famous last words. I'm also very interested, intrigued, confused almost, by the HD remake of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. The original GameCube game was pretty damn good. It's still my favourite Zelda game. It also had an art style that is kind of timeless. You don't really need to update it. It's still, let's be honest, Wind Waker still looks pretty damn good by today's standards. All the sort of HD, we must make graphics the best thing in the world. It's still damn good. The graphics are still really good. But I am very interested to see just what Nintendo are going to do with the remake. Obviously the art style is going to get like a spit shine, so hopefully it's better. I hope it's better, otherwise it's kind of a waste of time. But I want to see better uses for the pictograph, the camera thing, because that could have been a hell of a lot better. And the Tingle Turner, which you only really actually got a use for if you had the Game Boy Advance attachment. Thankfully I did, but I want to, there's the Wii U gamepad now. There is no excuse for those two things to be not to be fantastic. They need to be good, Nintendo, otherwise it's a waste of time. Shouldn't be too difficult. Hey Nintendo, come on. Living Oil Slick asks, what is your favourite Metroid Prime Trilogy boss? Well, I bought the Metroid Prime Trilogy game for the Wii, because I didn't really buy the individual ones when they came out. I bought the game about a year and a half ago or something. It was fairly cheap. Apparently it's not very cheap, apparently it's quite rare. But I haven't actually completed all of it. I've beaten Prime 2 and about half of Prime 3. But I'd have to say that my favourites from what I played, well, not much left, but from what I've played is Meta Ridley from Prime, Rundas from Prime 3, and probably Mutated Emperor Ing was actually quite good. Spoilers! Mutated Emperor Ing from Prime 2, and probably Quadraxis from Prime 2. Of those, either Meta Ridley or Rundas, because Meta Ridley has a very good build-up. It's built up throughout the entire game, and you think, when you're actually there fighting it, it's a good moment, because the music's fantastic, the atmosphere is fantastic. You feel like you have to beat Meta Ridley. It's a nemesis moment where you Meta Ridley, just duke it out. It's fantastic. Rundas is a little bit different, because Rundas is kind of like your equal. He's one of your fellow hunters kind of turned bad, so kind of on a level playing field, even though the game isn't that level of a playing field, because it's quite easy. But it's a good moment. Meta Ridley has some very good music. Rundas has some okay music. I don't really like it after a fashion. It gets very, very repetitive very quickly. But yeah, it's not bad. Jacob K asks, what is your favourite Valve game? The only Valve games I've played are Half-Life 2, Portal 1 and 2, Left 4 Dead 2, and Team Fortress 2. And I'll say, with some confidence, that I've played probably the best 5 that Valve have ever put out. Although some say that Counter-Strike is quite impressive. I'll get round to that when I haven't got a countdown to do. So just give me time, I'll play Counter-Strike. For me, it's a toss-up between Portal 2 and Team Fortress 2, because Half-Life 2 wasn't that great. I played it. It was good, but it wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. And Left 4 Dead 2 didn't really grab me and keep me engaged as much as I'd like it. Portal 2, when it came out, I think it was 2011, I think, was easily my game of the year. I think it was the same year as Skyward Sword, and Portal 2 had more of it. It felt like a very satisfying sequel. The story was well played out. The gameplay and the puzzles were fantastic. And, you know, very good sequel. Team Fortress 2 is hilarious, like really, really funny, and also hilariously addictive. In fact, Team Fortress 2 is probably to blame for most of my projects being delayed. Top 40 Smash Bros characters, which is just coming out now. That's all down to, well, kind of, the script was erased from my computer. Very sad moment. I finished it, I was ready to go, script gone. Very sad. And then I was playing too much TF2 to really write a new one. So, bummer. I guess I'd have to say TF2, but by a very small margin. Simply because there's more replay value to it. Portal 2 has tons of fun for about the half a day I spent on it. I know there's custom maps and multiplayer, but TF2 has more going for it. TF2 kept me going for longer. It just is. It's fantastic, TF2. If you haven't played it, it's free, Steam, just get on it. It's fantastic.